So, welcome, guys. Today, it's a very different topic. We would be talking about R. So, basically, R is very important. We would be knowing about what exactly R is. Like when we talk about data analytics, when we talk about data science, people will talk about the languages, and among them, a very common one is R because it has a high utility as well, and R is basically mostly utilized by academics. It is there in the curriculum also, and it has a lot many advantages above other tools through which like we can apply the processes of data science and all those stuff. So today we will be discussing about what exactly R is, how we can install it, and some basic things about R. So let's get started. So, what exactly R is? Basically, R is a programming language. Along with that, it is also a statistical language. So, it has a dual, or you can say multi-purpose. It is a multi-purpose tool which could be used for programming, and it carries statistical stuff also. So, we can implement statistical tools as well as in R. It is utilized for data visualization as well as data analytics. Data visualization, like we can create graphs, charts, plots, etc. with the R. Along with that, we can apply analytics, complex analytics on huge data sets can be very easily processed in R. So it is a multi-purpose tool and it is simple as well. Comparatively, it is simple in terms of coding. Like there are people who are from non-technical backgrounds and they have a phobia of coding. So it is nothing like that over here in R. Once you start learning it, you would realize that it is a very simple language and it supports English basically. So the commands which we would be writing are mostly related with the English terms, and we would be writing comments with a hashtag in it. So one liner comments would be there, which signifies like what exactly we are going to do in that command. We will be talking about what is command, what is syntax, and all those. But for now, you would know ki it is a programming language. It is a statistical language utilized for data visualization and data analytics. It is free and open source, so which makes it readily available to everyone. We can very easily install it, and it is open source. The source codes are visible to everyone. If anybody contributes any new thing in that, that would be visible to anyone who has installed R. So it is a very high utility. When we learn it, we will realize that it is simple in terms of things, and we can do very good visualizations. We could do good data analytics with the help of this programming and statistical language. So, theoretically, if you would like to define R or something like that, so term R is basically used to refer to both the programming language to write scripts and the software that interprets the scripts written in R. So, basically, R is a programming language, and we can write scripts in R in a software so as to do the functions what we are intending to do. So it is an alternative to statistical packages like SAS, SPSS, Stata, which lets you perform a wide variety of data analysis, statistics, and visualization. So it is a multi-purpose thing which is highly utilized for data analysis. Very huge data sets we can analyze with the help of R. We can perform statistical functions in R, and of course we can go for visualizations like plots and graphs. Also we can make through R. And R Studio. Basically, the functioning of R goes in R Studio. It is very popular because you can write your R scripts as well as you can interact with R software with the help of R Studio. So to function correctly, R Studio needs the R, and therefore both needs to be installed in your computer. So the installation step is like you have to install R, and you also have to install R Studio, and we would be letting you know like how you can proceed ahead with installing. So let's go like how you can install R Studio and R, and how you can start working on that. So for installing R, you need to install R Studio. You need to type in Google about this R Studio and download the R Studio. It's free, like you can download it for free, and once you download it, you need to install it. So we can go like this, and based on like your version. If you are working on Windows or what's based on that, you can install it. And it is this free open source license of R desktop. It is more than enough for doing the basic functions in R, and we can learn the coding and we can learn how to do all the stuff through this free version. And for Windows, like you can go for this, and once you can download, you can install, you can start installing it, and once it is installed, you can start working on the R Studio. So everyone has to first install it, and then we can proceed ahead with the further steps, like how we can move with the with adding codes and all those stuff in R. So these are the steps which you can. So if you want to follow the things like the steps mentioned over here on the screen, you can go through this. To install R, like you can go to www.rproject.org. From there you can download R and the link and follow the instructions. Once you follow the instructions, you would be able to do the steps properly, and then you can complete the installation process. Along with that, like this you can do it, and then you can go to R Studio, and then you can download the R Studio desktop, because R is the language we have discussed, and this R Studio supports our language. So through this we can write codes, we can execute commands, and all those things we can follow. So this is how you can complete the installation process, and after that we can move ahead with the actual working in R. Now, once we have installed our studio, and when we open our studio, this is how it would look. The look and feel should be like this when you open the R Studio, and you can see over here, here the commands, like you would be writing commands over here. We will be discussing about what are commands and what is the syntax of R and all those things we will discuss. But just this is an introduction about, so you would like to know okay, how it looks like. I mean, we from here we can import the data sets, we can import Excel, we can import CSV, we can import from SPSS as well. So in the coming videos, or in the coming things, we will discuss about all those stuff as well. So this is the basically the code execution part, and the result you would see over this portion. So here we can see the results. So this is how it feels like. Now moving ahead, the important thing you should know is command and syntax. So what is command and what is syntax, you should be able to understand before proceeding for any sort of coding. So command in a computer, basically command is a specific order from a user to the computer's operating system. Whenever we want to execute something, we have to write a command, we have to instruct the computer basically, and in an operating system we have to tell our instructions in the form of commands. So show me all my files, run this program for me. So command, as the word itself signifies, it is related with the instructions, how and what we want our system to do, and accordingly we have to write commands in that. So that is what command is. And now syntax. Syntax, if we go on the word meaning, syntax means it is a set of rules, principles, and processes that govern the structure of a sentence. Suppose in English we have a certain grammatical forms, so like we have to use this and that, like where we have to use articles, where we have to like with the noun, what all things goes, adjectives, how we can use adjectives so as to complete a proper sentence. So, the formation of a sentence in English or in any language follow a syntax. Like first this comes, then this comes, then this comes. Like in school, if you might have seen, like for kids, we used to do, like when we were kids, we used to do like jumbled sentences are given in our exams, and we have to arrange it. So in the same way, so syntax is the rules of any particular language, like first this thing comes, then this comes, and then this comes. So the sequence which has to be followed in any language is called as a syntax, and the same thing applies over here also. In R also there is a particular syntax which has to be followed in order to put commands. So whenever we write anything, whenever we write any command, we have to make sure that the syntax of R is followed. So it is not that difficult because R supports English language. So we have to write one liner with the hashtag signs, and then we can proceed ahead with. So it is not that difficult. We can easily understand the steps. We can easily move ahead if we are aware of the basic syntax and basic processes of R. So, as we talked about command and syntax, so when we start the basic functioning in R, we can write the code hello world in the R code R. Here, I'm just explaining the things, and in the next video, we would be talking about these things in practical. We will be actually typing in the R studio, and then you would be able to see like how it is printed in the console. So in the R code portion, when you write hello world, then hello world like this would be printed on the R console. Here is this is the initial step. From here you can move ahead. So in a syntax of our program, basically three things are there: variables, comments, and keywords. So variables are used to store the data. Like variables define that what sort of data we are having. Comments are used to improve the code readability. Comments are highly required. You need to mention one liner comments with a hashtag on it, which clarifies that what exactly you are going to do. So it signifies like your command. It improves your command readability. And keywords are the reserved words that hold a specific meaning to the compiler. So keywords are basically they help in assigning meanings to the compiler. I know because we are going much theoretical, so things are not that clear as of now. But this is it for today's video, and in the next video, we would be doing the things in practical. So we would be learning about the variables, how we can create variables in our program, how we can write comments, and what is the utility of keywords. This we would be discussing in practice. This we will be doing in practice in the coming video. So till then, stay tuned and let us know the feedback as well. So bye for now.